And I wanted to make a part two to this video because I didn't clarify on two things. So the first one is if you are in a connection with someone, this can be a family member, this could be a co-partner of some sort, a spiritual advisor, whatever the case may be, and one of you all is spirit's favorite. They have no need to press the fact that that person is their favorite. And the reason being is because in doing that, they are shying away from your evolution and focusing on someone else and what places them on a certain pedestal instead of you and how you can cultivate yourself to get up to a certain point of deserving divine favor. They have no need to press that. They have no need to low vibrationally make you feel separate from them or highlight the fact that someone is closer to them than you are. Because the more that you feel separate from them, the less you will divinely evolve. So they have no need to go into any type of pick-me type narrative, any type of, oh, she's better than you. Oh, her soul is brighter than yours, or this, that, and the third. The only way they will acknowledge that is if you're really doing some fucked up shit. And that's not something that they're likely going to tell you, especially not through another person. They will come to you directly and say something like that if you're deserving of being told that. Or they will just usher in karma so that you can really see yourself. But even with them doing that, there has to be them doing that has to align with your divine path and your evolution. There has to be an evolutionary purpose for them to do that. They're not just going to do that to make you feel separate from them or hurt your feelings, because they understand that your proximity to them in spirit is what will help you evolve, what will help your children evolve. And I would not be in proximity to someone in spirit, in my heart, in my mind, in my body, in my soul, if they were like, oh, I love so-and-so more than you. That shit don't matter, because at the end of the day, my evolution is their evolution. So they're not going to outcast me like that. They're going to focus on the meat. They're going to focus on what matters. Heal this, Jonice. Heal feeling like you're not worth it. Heal feeling like you can't get that opportunity. Heal feeling like you could never get past a certain internal hurdle. What I will tell you as well is that they will acknowledge the issues within your being and your soul that are making you not their quote unquote favorite before they outright say, you are not my favorite. So-and-so is better than you. And the reason why they will acknowledge those issues within yourself that are causing you to not have divine favor is because they want you to have divine favor. They don't want you to feel like divine favor is something nearly unattainable. And they know that it is not productive to be impartial towards one person over the other when everyone is flawed and everyone's evolution is dependent on everyone. The last thing I wanted to say is, if you are codependent on tarot cards and or tarot readings from other people and or conjure work because you don't know how to sit the fuck down and do internal work, you're not strong enough to do internal work. You have to lean on conjure work to feel secure because you're not You haven't given yourself the time to strengthen your spirit. You only know how to strengthen your hands and put herbs in a pot. They're not going to give you favor if you're stuck at that stage. You really have to let everything that you can touch with your hands go. All this glitz and glam shit go, and you really have to tune into your spirit. The thing about being spiritual, you could be anywhere, truly spiritual. Not false spiritual, not flashy spiritual, not spiritual to gain clients and to gain money, not spiritual to have an ego boost and impress other people, not spiritual to avoid the fact that you have a rejection wound and you're demonically transmuting that rejection wound by glamorizing and glorifying things that you know naive and vulnerable people will be attracted to and boost you up for. But being truly spiritual, Madalas are not going to give you favor. They're not going to have favorites if you still feel like you got to do 10, 50, 11 conjures a month in order to sustain yourself. Listen to how low vibrational that sounds. You have to depend on your external world and the materials within it in order to be spiritually sustained. That doesn't even sound right. Y'all don't realize how backwards that is. You don't need conjure to heal. Conjure is beneficial, yes. Tarot cards are beneficial. Mandalas will endorse you using it, but only in a balanced capacity. It's funny because the people who I see talking about getting out of balance are the main ones promoting a spiritual lifestyle that has no balance. And that is contingent upon using external things for what is supposed to be a divine internal validation and doing things to seek external validation from other people. So if you are telling yourself that you need a person, you need tarot, you need conjure in order to evolve, in order to receive divine favor, in order to ascend spiritually, Madalas will make an example out of you, and you will continue to receive karma that puts you in a position to have to keep doing those things that conjure those tarot readings, etc., until you realize, damn, it's not the conjure, it's not the tarot that I need to do. It's the detachment from it, and it's the true, divine, genuine, committed introspection that can be done anywhere. I could be pissing outside in a jungle in Africa and I get a download, Janice, you need to do XYZ. You need to address XYZ within yourself. I'm not finna come back to America and be like, oh, I forgot my tarot cards. Oh, I need this to do conjure. Oh, I need to take this drug. Like, no, all of that stuff, they guide you through that. I can be having a conversation with myself right now just to do some shadow work. My Madalas are there every step of the way, giving me keys, giving me insight that I need to get past something. You don't always need those roots and those herbs. Actually, I would say 80% of the time you don't. So that's what I wanted to clarify from my previous video, part 2. Peace.